It has been like more than like a fifth session with you, right? Yeah.
Exactly. We have interacted 5 times regarding the English conversation, right?
And recently you also started your YouTube channel, am I right?
Exactly. I have started my YouTube channels. Let's learn English with Nishi.
All right. Okay. Okay. I wish all the best for that.
Yeah, I believe that I have started that channel. Let's see will I able to continue or not. Yeah.
What type of content do you make over there? Like, it is about like a English content.
Yeah, that would be totally English content where I can share my experience, how much struggle I faced while speaking, and how
Mhm.
to enhance your communication skills while focusing on those parameters when I was not able to use them. So these kind of technique I'll share over that video and how to use a daily basis sentences.
All right. Okay. I got these days I got like many new subscribers. So my new subscriber don't know about you. So could you briefly introduce yourself? That would be great for
Definitely,
new.
yeah. Thank you so much, JD, to giving me such kind of opportunity to express myself front of you because this call is being recorded. So
Mhm.
this is Nishi. I'm connecting you from Delhi. Basically, I'm from Bihar, but I have living with my family in Delhi since my birth. I completed my graduation from BA Political Honors and I got good marks over there. After that, it was a COVID when I started my journey to enhance my com skill, and I was consistent till 6 to 7 months. And after that, I have got the job. So I have working as a quality analyst in a MNC company which is located in Gurugram. But if I talk about my hobbies, so I love reading books or listening songs and interacting with the people while having the conversation with them. That's all about me.
Yeah, that sounds very confident. So definitely you know, like see, like there are so many YouTubers, even they are not good at English, but they have so many subscribers. I wish all the best because you are absolutely fluent in English and you
I
worked on it for many
yeah,
years.
I have been learning this language as you are learning, so I am one of them.
Mhm. So why reading is more important when it's come to learning English language? Could you tell me? Could you briefly tell me something about it? Like why reading is important when it's come to learning?
Definitely, I want to share my point of view regarding this mind blowing topic which you have given over here. Reading makes a man to understand about any topic because you don't know what do you need to speak and how much do you need to speak. And when the child is born, so at that time the person is not able to know about anything until unless that person will not able to listen by their parents. After listening, the term would be that to read about say an art like that a for apple. So when you start a reading, so it can be your habit, it can be turned into your habit, and then you will able to express yourself very well, and you know the structures of the grammar, right? We do not know about the many words. If I say I'm a happy, so apart from happy there are many synonyms which can be used. So how will be, because when we read, so we know about, okay, that person has used over the moon, that person has said I'm thrilled. So these kind of things can be done only by reading. Reading would be that helpful for those people, they are preparing for public speaking, they are preparing for any kind of exam. So that
Mhm.
time they, when they read, so they know about that how much reading is important for them to write about any particular topic. Suppose that you have given me the topic, if I haven't knowledge about that reading, so how will I express myself front of you, and I feel stuck. So that is my first point which I am telling you. What's about you, your opinion about that topic?
See, reading, helps me to clear my mind. So, you know, I felt that when I have done like 10 hours of practice, so in a like 2 days or three days, okay, I only focusing on, speaking and speaking. Okay, so after focusing on speaking, if I'm going to switch to reading, so what exactly going to happen in my learning that I will be using new vocabulary words because if I read like 4 or 5 paragraphs of any books, then I will be encountering new words. Okay. Suppose I'm going to say, like, as you mentioned that, like, I'm happy, right? So how am I going to express myself, like, in a different way, right? So if you read a books, you will have different ways to express yourself. Like, I'm over the
Exactly.
moon, I'm thrilled, it's, it's very pleasant to meet you, I really love that thing to do. So there are so many ways to express yourself. Okay. So suppose if I'm talking to you, and you have only few ways to expressing yourself. But if I'm reading a book, which means that I'm going to find something from the author, that author had really work on it, right? So he author has like nice vocabulary word, fancy vocabulary word, so it sounds more educated, right? So that I find very interesting.
And even though I'll add one more point over here, when you read, so you can enhance your brain. You can make your mind to train about any topic because you are that much capacity to understand about any topic, any concept. If you are a member of any group, and there would be the amongst people who are sitting there and they have picked up any topic, so how will
Mhm.
you add on your points until unless you do not have that much depth knowledge can be gathered by reading a lot. So
Generally,
try.
generally it
Yeah.
is important. Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off. Generally, why it is important, I believe, because reading will kind of open so many opportunities in your life, right? Suppose if you want to start a business, if you don't know how to do marketing, how to talk to customers, you can read books, and from that you're going to get lots of knowledge, right? So
Exactly.
so many there are, like, if you want to learn particular hobby, like, skills, so you can start reading books from particular person who has already done those kind of stuff. Like, you can read a biography, so motivation will be there. you know you will get a new ideas, right? So many things are there. One author will spend his lifetime to write a book, but you're getting those knowledge within only 7 days. So that's the beauty of reading, and significantly it will improve your communication, I believe that, your vocab, your way of thinking. So reading is, I think, very important.
Yeah, you have explained very well about this reading, but we have to be aware about that what kind of books we have to read, because there are many books are available in this market, but we are not privy about that for the learners who are beginner and wants to learn this language. So what kind of books they have to learn? Have you ever thought about that, and will you be give any suggestion to them?
Yeah, yeah, that's very thoughtful question you're asking me, because many of the new learner, like, someone is totally beginner in the language, they don't know at that stage, like, which book they have to start. you know Suppose the book has written for, like, advanced speaker, and if they're going to pick such a books, so in that book so many new vocabulary words will be there. Okay, like, 60-70% new vocabulary or something like that you're going to find. So someone is beginner is not going to find enjoying reading book. Okay, because
Ex-
there is so many works to do. Like, you cannot you know keep with your dictionary and find it out each and every meaning of the word, right? So it would be very difficult for them, so you have to find very simple books which has written for uh like
Can we say
small.
common?
No, no, it's not like a baby, or you could say, like, who are studying in sixth standard, seventh standard, right? So if
Okay.
you gonna find it out such a books for yourself, which means that you're going to find easy vocabulary words, right? Easy sentences. So it will definitely will help you out to uh, you know improve your comprehension ability.
Exactly. And I always suggest to those people they have to start up their reading skill, because as you can know, everybody wants to enhance their communication skill. So for that they need to pick it up the classes up to second to fifth classes. They will be able to understand the basic structures, rules, even though the vocab which can be understandable for them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I think finding a very good book, like, is suitable for your level, it is very important. If
Yeah.
you find a hard book, so you literally, like, you are kind of destroying your motivation, your interest. if you don't know, suppose there is an opportunity to be a fluent in English, but if you don't know which way you have to take, which path is right for that particular destination, you should know that, then only you're going to reach it. Otherwise you will take like a detour. It's going to be like a long, long card, you could say, like, and it will be
Exactly.
a, yeah. Okay, so how often do you read a book to improve your communication or improve your vocabulary, build your vocabularies?
To be honest with you, I read a book every single day, or at least 20 minutes
Okay.
about any kind of topic and anything, just to enhance my communication skill. And for that I have learned so many vocab from those books. But you know what, while speaking those vocab, you are not supposed to remember them because you have read, so I haven't jotted down in my diaries.
Hmm.
So that would be the reason we know, okay, if somebody is saying something, so we know how to respond, but we are not able to use them because we haven't practiced of that vocab.
All right, yeah. So you mean that whenever you learn new vocabulary word, it is difficult to use those vocabulary word in sentences, right? Yeah, it happens, but at least you have to have, like, knowledge about those vocabulary words, right? If you don't have knowledge, so you will not get that confidence level. Suppose
Definitely.
I suppose there is a Mr. A having a good knowledge about vocabulary word. He knows like 1995 percentage vocabulary of the dictionary. Okay, so how much confidence is going to have? He can comprehend almost everything, right? So having a good vocabulary word, broad range of vocabulary words will help you to increase your knowledge in English. Okay, so if you read a very complicated, very difficult book, still you will understand. So that's kind of confidence very few people have, that I have seen over these years.
And even though you can do one thing here as an initial, and either you are a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, if you are learning any vocabulary, so while speaking, you have to practice a lot to use them, because while using, we are privy about that, as we can just know, okay, how to respond them regarding
Mhm,
their question. We are unable to use the exact vocab because we can learn the fancy vocab, but while speaking we feel somewhere stuck.
mhm. And how do you think about social media? How social media plays crucial role to help the learner to learn English language? Because nowadays people are using Instagram, people are using YouTube, people are using different platform to learn the language. What do you think? How much social media helps you to learn the language?
We can simply say we are in this kind of era where we can find the easiest things without putting lots of efforts. So it's not a piece of cake for those learners who wants to learn this language, because while watching the content on YouTube they can just check it all those content, but until unless they do not try to speak, they feel somewhere stuck.
Hmm.
And media has played a crucial role for our learners, because if they have any doubt regarding the tenses, modals, how to speak, how to interact with the people, they can simply explore the social media, interact with them. So that is a golden opportunity which we are getting nowadays. So depends on the person to person how do they are using the social media.
I'm going to ask you following question right now. That how do you use social media to improve your communication?
To be fair with you, if I talk about the social media, so there are some social media platform like speaking apps where I used to speak. I am not a part of Instagram. I'm not a part of Facebook because I have cut off from them. But if I talk about my communication skills, which I have got from applications of Hello and so on and so forth application when I used to practice a lot. And YouTube is also one of the social media where we are interacting.
Yeah. How much YouTube has helped you or has been helping you so far?
uh, it's my privilege that your YouTube has given me that much opportunity to interact with people, and not to interact with the people, but I can simply watch the videos of those YouTubers who has uploaded their, they have splitted their knowledge. Because when we go to any institute, so we have to pay the amount for that. Without
Yeah.
paying the amount, we are not supposed to get any lecture from them. But that YouTube, you can, if you want to prepare for any competitive exam, you want to learn any particular language, even though if you want to make any dishes, so just search on Google and just search on YouTube, you can find a numerous video over there to improve yourself. So YouTube has given me to confidence to interact with people and speak a lot about that, and doubt has been cleared a lot after watching many videos.
There are so many YouTube channel. I tell you, you don't have to enroll in the classes. If you gonna pick right YouTube channel, you know, and if you watch videos, even though I will not recommend you watching anyone to grammatical videos, but still, if you want to improve your grammar, then there are so many, YouTubers. They will explain you grammar, and you're gonna find, native English speaker. They will be explaining you in the videos, how does grammar work. At the same time, you're going to listen, pure English, native English, and at the same time, you're going to improve your grammar also. So it is a huge opportunity for me, especially, in order to learn stories in English, watch videos, in order to improve my, listening skills. It has been a great help from YouTube.
Exactly. Even though I would like to tell you one thing over here, YouTubers, they are putting themselves to just create a videos and then they edit and upload it just for us. And when
Mhm.
we can get a knowledge and when we are doing such kind of, suppose that we are creating the video nowadays on YouTube, how we are creating, just after seeing them, they have done in their videos, and after that we are just trying to copy it, right? So for
Yeah, yeah.
that, we can say they have taught us. Now we are that much capable that we can share our experience to amongst people whosoever wants to learn this language.
All right. And how much is it important to having an environment around you? Otherwise, you will not going to connect, engage with the language every day, right? And if
Yeah,
if you're going to break that consistency, suppose if you have been consistent, when it's come to learning, it will be much difficult for you if you break the consistency, right? So, what do you
I am.
think? Like, how environment will help you to communicate, you know, in a very good way?
You know what? I am a big example for that because I broke that consistency a couple of months and years ago. So I realized after stuck while sharing my views. I was stuck somewhere. I knew the grammar, but when I did not practice a lot, so I missed my consistency. And then I decided now it's high time to start again. And when you realize, because we are not born and brought up in that native place where English is spoken, that would be our secondary or thirdly language which we are trying to speak. So it
Mhm.
means every day we have to give at least 10 to 20 minutes to get it expert in that particular language. And as you have told me about that language, so consistency should be there, dedication, because without dedication you are not able to learn and polish your grammar and spoken skill.
All right, all right. And what is the biggest trap? Which like a beginner going to stuck, right? And they will feel it is impossible to be a good speaker. I think when it's come to difficulty, the grammar it would be very I think very well, like in school, right? What exactly has been taught, taught, when I was studying in school, grammar is very important to learn the language, right? But do you really think in order to communicate well with the people, grammar is plays in a crucial role? I don't think so, because people want to understand you, right? Comprehend you. Okay. Even if you not using like a proper grammar, if you have basic knowledge of grammar, yeah, I believe that you have to have like a basic knowledge of grammar, but you don't have to achieve that kind of mastery in the grammar. If you have basic grammar, and as long as people understand you, you're fine with the grammar, right? So people think, especially beginners think, like they should learn grammar, in the beginning, and I think that that is the trap. That is the reason students burn out. They will feel, oh my god, learning the language, speaking the language is not for me. So grammars, how do you think about this aspect?
First of all, for a beginner, they have a dilemma in their mind. People will judge me while speaking, so they
Mhm.
have a phobia inside them. What if I'll make mistake? I'm not framing the correct sentence. So these kind of things which is happen obviously, and they are trapped into it, and they are not able to express themselves, and they are bound to just think a lot. I want to enhance my skill, but somewhere they are stuck. And grammar, yeah, grammar is a root of any single language. So that I'll not request your viewers to adapt into it, because we are not cracking any kind of government exams. So there is no need to learn noun, pronoun, conjunctions, so on and so forth. But you have to be know about the basic grammar. If you don't know about, so try to learn the basic grammar. What is the present tense, past, future, modals. If you know the sentence tenses, so 99 English can be spoken by using the tenses, as you can also tell the same things, right? So
Mm.
grammar is important, not that much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You explain very well. Okay, better than me. All right.
Is
Okay. So, what would be the best method? The best method for especially somebody just starting up, learning the language from scratch, from zero. He doesn't know ABC of the language. Okay, so what would be the best method for them?
okay. So if that person he is a zero, or he does not know about the single word of English and single word, how from where do I need to start? So for that, I would request you them try to listen that easiest video. Suppose that I'm having my lunch. So if I'm having, so how we can say, okay, eat means khana, drink means pani. Suppose that sit means batna, yes, stand means kara. So they have to learn by word. And once they know the words, now it's time to learn the sentence. They have to know, okay, what does it mean of the subject, and how we can rectify, is this a subject or object. So when they know, okay, so whomsoever we are talking about, that so that person would be a subject. So now
Mhm.
we have to know about the verb. Whatsoever activity we are performing, that would be subject, sorry, that would be the verb. Second would be the subject, and now third would be the object. Whatsoever thing are, we can add on the object. How to frame the sentence? So for that you have to watch the basic grammar. Okay, so present tense, suppose I'm saying मैं video देखता हूँ, so it means subject would be I, so it means I. Video देखना would be a verb, so we can use watch. And what is it? मैं वीडियो देखता हूँ, तो I watch videos. Okay,
Mhm.
so मैं बाहर जाता हूँ, so I go outside. मैं घर आता हूँ, so I come home. So these kind of basic structures, because they are zero. So for that they have to start up. When their doubt will clear, so they can make a negative interrogative plus negative, and after that they can get a intermediate within a 6 to 7 month if they are consistent.
So you're basically saying that basic grammar is very important to communicate, right? To convey your message. And I totally agree with you. But I don't like to bench watching, videos related grammar. And I don't like that. And I don't do that. It has been like, as I mentioned in my previous video as well, when I had like last session with you, that I don't watch grammatical videos because it's kind of feel boring and it doesn't help me to improve my communication. Nowadays, I'm focusing on how to talk to people, you know, in as fluent way as possible. So that is my goal. Grammar is something you should learn when you are cracking any job interviews or you are studying in the college, okay, or you're preparing for any kind of exam where grammar is important. Don't you think about that?
Sorry, JD, I'm cutting it off here. But grammar is because you know the basic structures of grammar, so that is the reason you are not supposed to use them, and you are not you don't want to watch the videos. But those they don't know. If I want to learn the Japanese language, if I want to learn the Spanish, so how will I learn? Will I able to speak and then I can say no? I have to learn their alphabets. I have to learn their words, structures. Then I can see subtitle of it. The same things goes with English
I
as well.
agree. I agree. But most of the learners they studied in schools, they studied in colleges, right? So they know basic grammars already because they study those grammar in school as well, right? In college as well. So they have like a basic understanding, right? So I'm talking about the people who are not starting from zero. If you talk, if you suppose there is a guy who studied in Marathi medium or Hindi medium up to 12th standard, okay. So what exactly going to happen in their mind? Like he has bit, knowledge of grammar, right? Because he studied in school, okay. So it doesn't mean that like people are starting from zero. No, they have a little bit English somewhere in their mind, right?
Exactly, exactly. So it means you are just saying for those people they are aware about the grammar, but in terms of speaking, they are stuck somewhere, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
right?
yeah. Absolutely right.
Okay. So tell me
Hmm.
about you. You haven't tried to learn this grammar so far?
No, in the beginning, I used to think it is important, but as I realize, because I was watched to one video. I used to watch one video of Edgy Hawk. Like I watch his many videos. Okay, and he mentioned that if you have like a basic knowledge of it, like a fundamental, you should have like a basic knowledge when to use will, should, was, and those kind of like grammatical words you could say. So once you understand like a basic thing, then you should focus on in the communication, right? Because in order to speak well, you have to speak a lot. And I have been focusing only speaking. Okay. I know very well like sometimes I do mistakes and no one is perfect. But unless or until I don't prepare for any examination, I don't want to focus on grammar.
And you know what? I'll tell one more thing here. Why are learners they are not able to speak? The reason is that they can go to that kind of institute where they learn Hindi to English grammar and means ta hai si hai raha hai rahi hai raha hoga karna padta hoga like that. So they can mess up themselves. They get a lot of confused while using them. So that kind of mindset they have. So try to just you whatsoever knowledge you have, try to start your speaking
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
comes by
And
speaking to speak.
and I believe this has been very informative videos, especially for those students. They are like starting off language learning, right?
Right,
And madam,
definitely.
thank you so much for you giving your time. It has always been great talking to you,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
you have cleared so many my doubt, and obviously English learners going to get help from this video. Thank you so much for your time.
Really enjoy your conversation a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.